How about that for a bounce-back outing? After the loss to the New York Rangers on Saturday night, where we talked about it, we said the Leafs didn't play all that terrible, and they came out there, and Shesterkin was outstanding, and you lose. But 2 days later, you go back out there on home ice against the Tampa Bay Lightning, and you chase Andrei Vasilevsky, and you win the game 5-2 over the Tampa Bay Lightning. Before we get into itself, we obviously knew what today was. It was that weird prime game thing they had going on. I didn't watch a lick of it. So I had the pleasure of listening to Joe Bowen and Jim Ralph on the radio, and man, I miss those guys on TV. Absolute legends. Just incredible commentary. They have the jokes. Joe's got the one-liners. It's outstanding stuff. And I'm just going to leave it at that. All right, let's get to the game itself, because the Leafs played, yet again, a pretty damn good hockey game, and they win it 5-2. All right, so it starts, early on in the first period. Didn't take very long, was it? Yeah, 3:57 in. Let me go through the highlight pack here for you guys. Morgan Rielly fires it around the boards from the neutral zone. It's knocked down by Max Domi, who puts it behind the net to Bobby McMahon, who centers it, but it goes off his skate of, I think it's Radish. And Domi picks up the puck, fires it back to about the hash mark, maybe a little bit higher than the hash marks, to Willie Nylander, and he fires it home past Andrei Vasilevsky, and the Leafs lead at 1-0. Willie Stiles getting on the board early, his fourth goal of the season. Domi with the lone assist at 3:57 of the first. We're feeling pretty good about things until the latter half of the first period, where they come down on a semi-breakaway. Nick Paul comes down. Great save by Stolarz. Problem, he didn't expect Simon Benoit to come sliding into the net with the puck attached to his rear. And it's 1-1. That was a stinker, but you see Stolarz afterwards patting Benoit on the head. It's like, all right, buddy, it's okay. I appreciate the effort. Anyways, so after one period of play, it's 1-1. 11-8 shots in favor of the Tampa Bay Lightning. And you go to the second period. And this is where things get wild, because the Leafs absolutely dominate the second period. Let's get to it here. So, it was a little give-and-go play, it looked like. Yeah, Marner to Nylander, back to Marner, fires it on, and Vasilevsky thinks he has it. But he doesn't. It drops down right between the legs, and Matthews, just the puck hound that he is, finds the puck and just slaps it home. 5-hole on Vasilevsky. His, was it now 3 goals now for Matthews on the season? The power play marker for the Leafs, nonetheless. Marner and Nylander with the assists in the goal, and the Leafs regain the lead. It's now 2-1. We keep moving here. And shout out to, was it Bobby McMahon? Yeah, shout out Bobby McMahon. Makes that one-handed play. The one-handed slap of the puck to get to Nylander off the boards, then gets absolutely hammered into the boards. But take a hit to make a play. Nylander picks it up, goes 5-hole on Vasilevsky. You see Jake McCabe in the background. You see that kind of up-top shot after the hit, and the goal happens. McCabe's right beside McMahon, and he fires him up, giving him a pat in the ass and everything. Great stuff there from Bobby McMahon as per usual. Nylander's now double-dipped. He's got 5, and Bobby McMahon with the lone assist on the goal at 7:33. And the Leafs lead at 3-1. But they weren't done. The old guy. So Connor Timmins enters the zone, backs the D off, gives it off to John Tavares, who drops it then off to Max Pacioretty, who fires it on. And where have we seen these types of goals before on Andrei Vasilevsky? A point shot. A high point shot from Max Pacioretty that beats him, a high blocker. Again, where have we seen that before? And the Leafs now, there goes the phone. And the Leafs now lead it. Was a 4-1 at this point. We're feeling great about things. And but they weren't done though, right? With about 5.5 to play. It was a backhand out of the zone, right? And both Lightning guys collide and fall. And Matthew Knies has a breakaway. And he doesn't realize he has a breakaway. He's kind of like, what the hell's going on here? He turns around and looks back. He's like, I'm all alone. And he skates in and beats Johansson. He came in because Vasilevsky got the yank. And he beats Johansson 5-hole. Matthew Knies had a great game yet again. His second goal of the year. Marner with the lone assist on that one. And obviously, Tavares and Timmins had assists on Pacioretty's goal. The Leafs score 4 unanswered goals in the second period alone. And they lead it now 5-1 after 2 periods of play. Now, before we go into the third, though, we got to go back to the second, where the Leafs, when they were up 4-1, killed off a full 2-minute 5-on-3. But not just the Leafs. Anthony Stolarz somehow he pulls the puck off the line. Gets the fans on their feet. He made some big stops on that 5-on-3. The Leafs did a great job in front of him. And what you're seeing from the Tampa Bay Lightning is that hole of no Steven Stamkos on the other side, right? Because you think about it, Hedman at the top, dishes off to Kucherov on the right, and then he has Stamkos one-timer on the left. He doesn't have that anymore. So that's all Kucherov. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, their power play has been pretty poop to start the season. Yeah, 26th in the NHL going into play today, where they went 1 for 6 in the game. Because Braden Point scored one. Kind of got swimmy there, did Stolarz there in the third period. He scores the power play marker for them to go 1 for 6 on the day. The Leafs were 1 for 4 on their power play. Shots on goal for the second period were 16-11 in favor of the Lightning, and shocking. He had a full 2-minute 5-on-3. And 10-7 Leafs in the third period. Leafs lost in the shot category, but who the hell cares? 34-29. And you saw some grease, too, near the end of the game. You got some fights. You saw OEL, I guess, hitting, was it Jake Gensel with his rear end? But apparently it's interference and the puck is right. I don't know. I didn't understand that one at all. But regardless of that, who cares? Leafs win at 5-2. They're 4-2 on the season. And Anthony freaking Stolarz continues to be incredible. 2 goals on 34 shots today. He was awesome. Yet again. And you look to that 5-on-3 is obviously the big part of the game, right? They score 1 there, maybe even 2, because they'll still have a power play if they score on one of them, right? Because it was a full 2-minute 5-on-3. Maybe a chance to score 2, make it a 4-3 game. But they keep them off the board somehow. And then they score a 5th one to ice the game. It's a big moment in the hockey game. Nylander had a great night, 3-point night, 2 goals and an assist and a +2. Matthews had a goal and a +1. Pacioretty, goal and a +1. Nyes, a goal and a +1. Marner, 2 assists. Domi, McMahon, Tavares, Timmins, all had assists in the game. And, of course, Chris Tanev going out there and blocking shots. Like, it's 7 block shots today. 7! Did Chris Tanev. He's a mutant back there. It's so fun to watch. And the Leafs, like I mentioned, are now 4-2 on the season. And the Lightning going into play today were 3-1, and they had that loss to Ottawa. Yeah, 5-4 in their last game. And the Leafs just beat them down today. Yeah, shots on goal were 34-29, but it felt like it was just a lot of Leafs. So, great stuff there. We move on to tomorrow, though. Second night of a back-to-back. The Leafs got to travel to Columbus to take on the Blue Jackets. Yeah, they're not very good. So, let's see what they do. This is the thing about the Toronto Maple Leafs in the past. We've seen this team beat a team like the Tampa Bay Lightning in the front night of a back-to-back. And thinking, all right, good stuff. And you have Columbus in the second night. Oh, looks great. And then they get their teeth kicked in that game. With Craig Berube now at the helm, let's see how they come out tomorrow. I'm very, very curious. And I'm curious, who's going to play in net? Is Joe Woll going to be activated? Or are they going to give another game to Dennis Hildeby? We'll see. If they give it to Hildeby, then that tells us Joseph Woll maybe isn't as close as we all think he is. But we'll see moving forward, all right? So you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video in the game today, because you're obviously not a Leaf fan if you didn't enjoy it, hit the like button to appreciate it. The subscribe button if you has not done so already. Comment down below your thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game, what you like, what you not like from today's game for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Twitter, Discord, Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff is down below, so follow up there if you haven't done so already. And I will talk to you guys Raptors edition Wednesday for the season opener, 7:30 tip-off at Scotiabank Arena against the Cleveland Cavaliers. And as for the Leafs, they're back in action tomorrow. Our regular scheduled programming on TV. Thank God for that. 7:30 puck drop in Columbus against the Blue Jackets. It says expected Joseph Woll, but obviously he has not been, he hasn't played yet at all. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. But is that Tarasov? Daniil Tarasov. He's expected in goal for the Jackets tomorrow night. All right. So thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and the win this evening. Talk to you guys then.